neighborhoods house institutions that serve the entire city. If we speak specifically about the LGBT community, this district is the home to the LGBT Center, which serves people from all 5 boroughs, gay men's health crisis, 80% of whom the clients do not live in the 3rd Council District, the Ellie Forney Center for homeless LGBT youth, and District 3 is the cultural capital of New York City. From Broadway to the art galleries in West Chelsea, to small theaters in the Village or the Irish Repertory in Hell's Kitchen. I want to thank the musicians from Local 802 who have been so wonderful today. I recognize their work as well as Local 1, the stagehands, who light up Broadway and Lincoln Center 6 nights a week for New Yorkers and people visiting our great city. I want to especially thank our fabulous, wonderful MC today, George Kaminsky, who has been unbelievable. And dear friends of me and his husband, John Turner, for their friendship, support, and ability to make me laugh, which is important. Again, I want to thank all the elected officials that were here today. I also want to thank Congressman Jerry Nadler, who has been a role model and hero to me in many ways, and such an advocate for the West Side of the United. As well as Carol Maloney, who also represents part of the West Side and supported me. These thank yous are going to take a while, but they're the most important part, so I appreciate you sitting through them. And I just want to say ahead of time, I thank everyone in this room, literally everyone that came here today. And if for some reason, I'm not going to swear, I totally messed up and didn't include your name, don't take it personally. I love you, I'll give you a hug, I'll give you a kiss, but don't hate me if I forget your name. I want to thank Scott Stringer, who came, our controller, Tish James, our public advocate, Brian Whalen, our state senator, Deborah Glick, our assemblywoman, and Linda Rosenthal, our assemblywoman. I specifically want to thank Dick Godfrey. He was the first elected official to support me. He was very input out in the streets of this district of Washington. And I want to thank him for doing that 11 months before the election. Our great borough president, Gail Brewer, who I think is a role model to many people who want to be public servants. And of course, the fairy godmother of this district, Tom Delaney. He held his seat from 1991 until 1998 when he was elected to the state senate. He was a trailblazer in the council. I believe the first openly HIV positive member of that body, and maybe in the whole state of New York. One of the first openly gay members of the city council, and an advocate to do the right thing for this community in the council and in the state senate, fighting for the underprivileged, the underrepresented, the poor, people in jails and institutions, people who didn't have a voice. And Tom has been an inspiration to all of us. We miss him, but we're glad he's still around, so thank you, Tom. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge Christine Quinn. For 14 years, Christine Quinn was elected in a special election in February of 1999 after Tom was elected to the state senate. She had been the executive director of the Anti-Violence Project, a tenant organizer, Tom's chief of staff, and a community leader and activist. And she spent 14 years representing this council district. That is a long time. She delivered on behalf of our community organizations, our nonprofits, our local schools, and our senior centers. And she deserves our utmost thanks for that. I grew up in a union family. My father was a Teamster. My mom was my lunch lady at school, and she now helps run a homeless shelter in Salem, Massachusetts. And I say that, I'm not there thanking my mom yet. I'm just prefacing with that because we are on the blocks of the great, amazing gem of the West Side, Penn South. And I am so proud to have Penn South in this council district. I want to thank some of the people, and again, if I've forgotten you, please don't hate me, because so many of you worked on my behalf. I want to thank Charles Bayer, Tracy Raposo Cook, and her family, Betty Levine, Karen Smith, Marty DeCat, Miriam Fettman, Jesse Complemore, Sadie Complemore, Sarah and Matthew Kahn, Millie Glaberman, Susan DeCastro, Harvey Cummins, Ann Gale, Dan Cohen, and I'm sure there are people I forget, but I love you as much as I love them. This complex has union roots. It was built by the International Ladies Garment Worker Union for their workers, and it has been one of the remaining middle-class developments in New York City. I want to thank the unbelievable PS51 chorus. I also want to thank Bridget and Richard Robinson from Penn South. I think the PS51 chorus shows to us the importance of art and music education in schools. And I am very excited that new director of Recreation is Carmen Marini as our chancellor. I am also thrilled that we're going to have a new middle school at 75 Morton Street because of the work of Deborah Glick and Brad Horman and Tom Williams. We're going to have a new elementary school at 16th Street and 6th Avenue where the Foundling School is going to be. Again, because of these elected officials. I look forward to supporting all the schools in my district. Elementary schools, PS3 and PS41 in the Village, PS33 and PS11 in Chelsea, PS111 and PS51 in Midtown West in Hell's Kitchen. Those are just the elementary schools. I have 51 schools in this council district, which is a huge number, and I look forward to working with all of them. I want to thank my comrade and friend who worked tirelessly on my campaign, our state committeeman, Alan Shokin, who represents the 66th Assembly District. I want to thank Lisa O'Donnell, the former Tenants Association president, at Manhattan Plaza, and Tom Rosieri. I want to thank Darlene Waters and Lou Berteau, who live in the Elliott Chelsea houses and have fought on behalf of the local community for many, many years. I want to thank district leaders John Scott, Keen Berger, Tom Shula, Mary Dorman, Arthur Schwartz, and state committeeman John Sharp and his wife Donna Sharp. I want to thank my dear friend, longtime tenant leader and activist Michael McKee, the treasurer of Tenants and his husband Clarence Central. And I want to thank state committee women Rachel Levine and Sylvia DiPietro. I want to thank my campaign team, my unbelievable campaign manager, Robert John Jordan, Louis Cholden Brown, who kept the trains running on time, pushing us, Paul Devlin, who RJ nicknamed the Whip during the campaign, Alan Beard, who was an intern and has become a dear friend to my family. I want to thank probably the most thankless job in any campaign, and anyone that accepts it is certifiably insane. My treasurer, Matthew Bergman. There are so many things. I want to thank my dear friend, inside and outside of politics, who has been there for me, been an advisor and role model, and I just can't say enough. Amy Rutkin, who is Jerry Nowler's chief of staff. Her partner and wife, Valerie Berlin, who was my campaign strategist, did my direct mail, took many crazy, anxious, insane phone calls from me 7 days a week, no matter what the time, and the great team at Berlin Rosen that helped me win this campaign. Thank you. I want to thank my great staff in the council, Chuck LeFrancois, Louis Jordan Brown, Matt Green, Shirley Litton, C.C. Scott, and Lori Hudger-Rogo, who have all been amazing the past month. I want to thank some friends John Verbalis, and my dear, dear friend Terry Sherman. Today, this event, and I'll be done very soon, the flowers, the seats, the amazing food. The food's going to be incredible. Get ready. The amazing food, the flags, the photography, the confirming of speakers, the working with everyone, handling RSVPs, ordering everything. She should now go into business as a bar mitzvah and wedding planner. I want to thank my dear, dear friend Nancy Shambo. Nancy, please stand up. She planned all of this. Because of the great coalition of leaders from all corners of our neighborhoods, it's how I was able to persevere with civic spirit and to win this election. The west side of Manhattan has birthed not just great elected officials, but great activists. It's in their footsteps that I walk. Whether it be Jane Jacobs, or Bayard Rustin, Jane Woods, Tom Duane, Deborah Glick, Dick Godfrey, and many, many more people who are not with us today. It's their footsteps that I walk in. This community was born, fostered, and implemented through that of great movements: women's suffrage, LGBT rights, an Underground Railroad site 1 block from here, a tenants movement. It has all been part of our community and the great struggles from the activists that have called it home. I salute them, and I promise to live up to the vision they trusted in me. You have my solemn commitment to work hard on behalf of you every day, with integrity, with honesty, and with compassion for those who need help in city government. I'm deeply honored you all came today. Thank you very, very much.